There was this incredibly by-the-book Korean cop named Steel Egg, famous for being stubborn as a mule and straight as an arrow. One day he pulled over someone for a traffic violation, and the guy claimed to be the new police chief. Steel Egg politely said hello chief, and then went ahead and wrote him a ticket anyway. When he got back to the station, his superiors chewed him out big time, but the chief had a different take on things. As the new guy in charge, the chief wanted to tackle the city's ongoing bank robbery problem, so he decided to stage a major training exercise. To get the apathetic public to take things seriously, he wanted the drill to be as realistic as possible. But when the orders came down, everyone just shrugged it off like it was none of their business. The chief realized he needed someone who would break through all that indifference, someone to play the robber who absolutely wouldn't phone it in or half-ass the job. That's when he thought of Steel Egg. When Steel Egg heard the chief's plan, he simply said, "You're going to regret this." The chief didn't buy it and told him, "You don't need to let us catch you on purpose. Hold out as long as you can. Just don't treat this like some joke." Steel Egg took that to heart and decided to go all out. He started watching crime movies, studying robbery footage, reading up on criminal tactics, taking notes, and even casing the bank. He checked out the layout, the security cameras, the guards, the vault. He even practiced his movements. Steel Egg was officially entering the bank robbery league. The exercise kicked off with two undercover cops already stationed inside the bank, waiting for the robber to show up. Talk about stacking the deck. Then this famous female officer arrived, and while the two male cops were busy checking her out, Steel Egg made his entrance, wearing combat boots and a face mask. Could he be any more obvious? He grabbed a number and walked up to the pretty teller's window, pulling out a little notebook and flipping through it. Without missing a beat, the teller hit the alarm. So Steel Egg pulled out another little notebook. That's when the undercover cop approached, but Steel Egg spotted his gun sticking out and immediately shot him in the head with his fake weapon. Game over for the first casualty. The chunky officer wasn't too happy about it either. "How could you take me out first? I wanted to keep playing." Meanwhile, all available units were being deployed, and the chief was calling reporters to cover the story. Steel Egg began his official robbery, quickly disarming the security guard. He was really getting into character, kicking things around and yelling at uncooperative hostages, even scolding people for not raising their hands properly. When the police arrived, and they came in a bus, no less, the chief immediately called Steel Egg as soon as he got out. "The TV crews aren't here yet," he said. "You need to hold out a little longer. The SWAT team will be here in 30 minutes. Whatever you do, don't let them catch you." Steel Egg promised he wouldn't. What he didn't realize was that the chief actually wanted his own department to make the arrest before SWAT arrived, so they'd look like heroes. Right after Steel Egg hung up, one of the officers started questioning him. "How can you just hang up a sign and expect us to tie ourselves up? How's one guy supposed to tie up all of us?" Steel Egg replied, "I'm not tying you up, you are." Then he came up with a brilliant idea of using his gun to force the cops to tie each other up. The officers had no choice but to slink away in defeat. Will Steel Egg pull off his robbery? What other chaos will this exercise unleash?